All right, we are sitting down here. We got Pleasant Cook. I'm not going to call you by 4x4 Barbie. I feel like you've graduated past that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more just Pleasant Cook now.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I know there was, like, a time, you know, and that was it. But, like, I've got to know you, and I'm like, yeah, you're so, like, beyond that now. Like, it's just.
Yeah, it's kind of like a different, I feel like that's like more like the truck show thing anyways. It's 4x4 Barbie, and then, like, everywhere else now. I'm just pleasant.
Yeah, you're just pleasant.
Just pleasant.
But you want to know what the real thing is that I think is the best?
Yeah.
Is when she calls herself out for eating donuts and then calls herself Carby.
That's true. That's true.
Carby.
4x4 Barbie, actually. That's my new name.
Well, because she's like, donuts, donuts.
You know what was funny?
I love donuts. So
My
it made me
favorite
giggle.
thing on your social media is I can't remember why, but I was looking at, like, I was on your profile the other day after we were talking or something like that. I was like, I wonder what she's been up to. You know what I mean? So I'd had questions. And you have something about, like, these DMs you've got. Like, DMs are full.
Yes.
I went through there. I had entertainment for, like, an hour reading what these dudes were sending you. And your responses are, like, classic. I'm like, this is so
I
rad.
have literally had people message me sometimes like, dude, we literally just wait on our lunch break to read your messages on your story. Because I used to do it more often, but it's kind of slowed down a little bit. But
It reminds me of like White People Wednesday, but like Thirst Boy Thursday. That's what you.
yes,
High five to that. Thirst
I love
Boy.
it.
Can I get like the credit for that?
I'm like, Thirst Boy Thursday
Thirst Boy Thursday.
by Tiffany over
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yes, I do the same thing.
That's
Like,
her.
I wish. I'm going to put this out there. I have nowhere near as many followers as Pleasant, and I do not get that many DMs, but because her inbox has to be full. But sometimes I get them, and I do. I read just like you do, and then I'm like, seriously, Pleasant has to like write a book, just like copy them. You know, text from last night, Thirst Boy Thursdays.
Yes. I'm making an Instagram page called that.
Thirst Boy Thursdays.
Goes down in the DM.
I feel bad, like, because I get DMs, but they're just stupid. Like, I feel bad for women in this industry because, like, it's got to be next level, just ridiculous what the stuff guys send you. It's like, how is that acceptable on any level? You know what I mean? It's just.
And they just send you the most random things, like you like are friends with them, or that you know them, or that you like solicit or ask for. I'm assuming that you probably get some of the most random pictures in the entire world. Like, here's my thumb,
videos,
Pleasant.
yeah. Here's my feet. Okay. All right.
You better have that athlete's foot cleared up there, buddy.
Yeah. By the way, you might want to have a doctor look at that.
Yeah.
That toe does not look normal.
So I know you were actually out here at the Mint because you're riding in a race car, right?
That's right. Co-driving with Bold Racing, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anytime I get like the opportunity to get some seat time, I'm all for it. So.
You've been bouncing around, so I know you've been doing a little bit of desert racing. You did some short course last year. I know obviously you've got the monster truck stuff. Are you still you sold mini monster truck, the whole thing? Are you still like doing any of it? Like,
I still had the mini monster trucks, the third scales. I kind of like put them away in like a shed for when I have kids one day. I'm like, open the door. Hey, look, I was cool one day. But you guys can do this now. But yeah, I kind of outgrown the mini monster truck. I was working on getting into a full size, but now I'm just focusing on the short course racing this year and trying to get more into desert racing. I only did like 3 races, I believe, last year at the short course, so I really want to hit it hard this year.
yeah. So I don't know, where was I even going with that, right? No, it was going to be what series? So you're going to do the Midwest? I know that's what you did last year, Crandon and stuff like that.
Yep, the Lucas Oil Midwest Series, and then I guess we just got Wheatland on our
Yeah,
schedule
Wheatland.
too. So
That should be a big one. Yeah. I actually haven't ever been to Wheatland, so I'm kind of excited to. Like, I heard the track's beautiful.
It's a really pretty track for sure, but it's really humid. It's very humid. Every single time I've ever went there, it's been humid. Well, as a spectator, it's been humid. So.
Would that kind of be like your home track then, ish? The closest one to you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's only a couple hours from me. So.
Yeah, so
it's not too bad.
I'd say it's a home track for you. Why not?
Yeah.
Probably as close as it gets, anyways, right?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, how was it too? Because you've done all kinds of stuff, but last year in short course, and that was kind of like a learning year for you. How was that? Like, 'cause it's like a different level when you go short course racing. I mean, that's intense.
Oh yeah, it's completely different, especially from the mini monster truck. Because normally I'm trying to like hit the cars, and this time I'm trying to avoid them all. So I'm trying to pass them instead of just running over them. So, but yeah, it was a good learning experience. I definitely got my first rollover and second out of the way the first race. So that wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'm getting a better feel for the car for sure. I'm gonna practice a lot more though this year before my first race.
Yeah. So, and I know we were talking about it before we jumped on. You spent some time with Hubert doing that whole thing. Like, that had to have been like a rad experience. Like, a lot of people jumped in and did like a day. You did the whole damn thing, Pleasant. I mean, that's like.
Oh yeah, 29 days straight across the country. It was. I don't even have words to explain how amazing it was. Just all the different terrains. Like, you really see the country from a different point of view that nobody else will do. Very few. Not too many people in the world that you'll come across that's actually went through the Trans-America Trail. So just having the opportunity to be able to do that was a blessing.
Yeah. There's any point, and Hubert's my boy. Yeah, any point you want to just like throat punch him, because Hubert sometimes Hubert doesn't realize he's doing it, but like he can step across the line and just be like, you're just like, whoa, like did we like he just doesn't realize he's doing it, you know? You're just like, ugh.
Oh yeah, like the very first week I was like, call my mom, I'm coming home, I can't do this no more. Me and Hubert, we just butt heads a lot.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, when we interviewed Hubert, he was fine. He tried to troll me on my Jeep though and said, can you do this? And I was like, yeah, but so I could.
Yeah, 29 days straight, we got.
No, I don't know how to explain it. Like he just like, I don't know, because Hubert's set in his ways.
Yeah.
And it's like if your ways aren't in line with his ways, sometimes it's cause a little friction.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And he does dub himself like a redneck though,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah. I love Hubert to death. I absolutely love him. He's one of my dear friends. I'm just
he seems
we all have
cool.
our quirks. Yeah.
We all have our quirks. I think after 29 days, Jim.
That's what I was going to say. 29 days with anybody, that's a long time.
And in a vehicle that doesn't have windows. And like you're just freezing like we are here right now. And what was the best part about that whole trip? Because like what you said, it's the
Trans-America Trail?
Okay, yeah.
I don't even, there's so many things, to be honest. Just like, it's insane, like the different, like I said, the terrains. Like we were literally going from forest to like desert looking things, like Moab. We went through Moab, mountains. Like I remember one time we were just driving along and all of a sudden we came up to this field and it was just a field of sunflowers.
That's beautiful.
Like it was gorgeous. And then next field, it was full of like the little wind turbines. So like just, I don't know, the views in itself, the rivers, like the woods. I think we drove through like an ice storm one time. Like it looked like it snowed. Like it was just all ice though. But like.
You never knew what was going to happen at any given day either, right?
Never. It's just kind of you get in the car and go.
Well, that proves to you that like you could be a badass chick and just kind of go. And I'm assuming obviously you didn't complain about anything, took it all in. And that's got to be difficult for anybody. Any like seasoned driver too. That's got to be a long 29 days worth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got to wonder here, and this is just like geeking out, like there had to have been some rad food stops. So like you get like these diners that are in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Like you had to have at least one stop. You're like, oh, this place is rad.
We had a couple of those for sure. There's some just like random places like
mom and pop things sitting there. Yeah.
I remember one was like in this random building, but you had to like walk through all these like halls, like offices and stuff to get to this little restaurant in the very end of it. And it's like a random, had like animals all over the wall kind of thing. Like just, I don't know, it was very odd. I mean, we had a lot of like on the side of the road lunches with like Lunchables and like stuff like that. But yeah, I had a couple random things.
That's awesome. I like that, especially because you talk about random food. So I drove all the way to KOH from Detroit to KOH in my Jeep and went back, and I did like the Route 66 and made some stops and different things like that. And that's kind of one of the cool spots because like what you said, not that many people get to take that trail. And it's kind of like, it's cool because you see how it used to be back in the day, and you've taken some of the same trails or the same roads. Same thing like with Route 66, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like how iconic Americana, like, history is here.
Yeah.
We are nerds. We are big nerds over here
Pop
right
culture
now.
and complete.
Oh, no, same. Don't worry. Like, I have a list on my phone of, like, towns I want to go back to, of, like, different, like, historic things. Like, I remember there was one, I don't remember exactly where I was at, but they have a festival of, like, the olden days and, like, all, like, their old stuff, like, still all like put up, and like it's like really nice, and, like really price preserved and stuff like that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I literally have a whole list of towns. So
you know where she should go? She should go to Oatman in Arizona, and you could play with the burros.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a part of the historic.
It's like a ghost town that people actually live in, but they got like these donkeys that
I
come
gotta show you these burros.
They like literally come into town, and they actually have like an Old West shootout once a day. Like it's all it's pretty rad. Like cowboys are out on Main Street shooting each other.
She's like,
I one to the list.
It's called Oatman in Arizona.
Oatman. It's not far from Laughlin actually. It's like 30-minute drive from Laughlin.
You're gonna die. You want to see something?
So if you go to the UTV Worlds here next month, like it's literally.
Oh my god.
But look, they are literally, you just walk up and you can pet them and you could feed them. There was this one, it was such a baby. It was 3 months old, Jim, and it had a sticker on its forehead that says, "Please do not feed me." And you literally go and you're driving through Oatman and there's just live burros everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's good times. So what's it's crazy. You're like ping pong across the country all the time. I never know where the hell you're gonna pop up. Like what is next? Between racing and like you're like at trade shows, events, like you're all over the place. What's the schedule look like for Pleasant this year?
Oh God. Let's see. So I actually leave straight from here Tuesday morning and go to Dallas. to get in another truck and drive to a truck show in Alabama. So it's all mixed between just truck shows. I think I have like 2 country music festivals I'm doing, and then just racing. I'm trying to get as much seat time as I can to get practice and stuff in.
So you like concentrate more on the racing than doing all the shows and appearances and stuff?
Yeah, this year I'm focusing hard on racing. Like if there's a race coming up, I probably miss the show next to it.
Nice. I don't know. You got anything for we?
No, I'm just, it's cool because I mean, I've known Pleasant for what, like about 2 years now when you came through when Vision had your mini monster truck and stuff at Crandon. So I've known, it's just, not the, man, I'm about to age myself. I'm like, it's so wonderful watching Pleasant grow up. Like, I'm like, but it's cool because you've taken, like you said, you've taken the 4x4 Barbie, you established that, and now you're just kind of like growing up. You're getting into your own. You're realizing what you want. You're like, I'm Pleasant. This is me now. Yeah. And it's really cool as a female to female. Happy International Females Day, by the way.
Thanks,
Women's Day.
Yay.
And it's just cool to see badass chicks just kind of take their own and not really care what anybody has to say. This is me. This is what I want to do. I want to succeed in this man's world, I guess, of off-road and motorsports. So.
Yeah. Here's the question, and this is like a hard one. Like, have you ever thought, like on your social media accounts, everybody knows you as at 4x4 Barbie, right? And like we've talked about, like you're more like, you've kind of grown past that. Have you ever thought like just changing your handle to like at Pleasant Cook or something? Like, that would like be a big step. People are like, whoa, what actually happened here?
I feel like people would be like, wait, that's her actual
Full name?
Yeah.
It's not.
Wait, what's Pleasant Cook mean? What is that? Like, is that like, what,
is she a chef?
Does she cook now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
but
she's like a.
Is she a cook now?
I always laugh. People was like, "What's your name?" Pleasant Cook, but I can't cook, so sorry about that one.
You're like, I got lunch.
I can order though.
Yeah, like, man, I can make a mean sandwich. Let me tell y'all. But no, I feel like the 4x4 Barbie thing's just becoming such a big brand lately. I just kind of keep growing it, I guess. Yeah, try to make it kind of older sounding, I guess.
But what happens though when Barbie takes her blonde hair and goes into like a dark black? Are you going to become like 4x4 Skipper now or like Skipper's sister?
Yeah, like, so I'm no longer Barbie, but I'm 4x4 Carby now.
No, don't go by 4x4 Carby. I just thought it was so cute because like you made fun of yourself. And when you can make fun of yourself, it's like you're comfortable with yourself. You've made it to this level and you're like, I'm just going to knock myself out right now.
Well, it's funny too because like we talked with Sarah Price and we were talking and she was talking about like how it's hard to find like a date or like a guy, a boyfriend, because it's like you're a strong female. And I'm like, yeah, you're the same way. Like, God, like, you know, and I'm like, sure, like you get a boyfriend, they're like, oh, you're Ken, you know, it's like, it's got to be like tough for you, like to find a date, right?
A little bit, yeah. They're normally like, I don't really want to be Ken. I'm like, don't worry, you're not. Don't even worry about that one. You don't have to be. Like, it's fine. But yeah, it's kind of harder for like the industry and stuff to just like even be able to deal with, as we were saying earlier, like the Instagram DMs, stuff like that. So it's been a little difficult, but it weeds out the bad ones in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
what does somebody have to do in order for you to block them on Instagram? Like, what is like your, like, because obviously people throw stuff at you all the time, but like what you're like, okay, I'm done, you're blocked. Or what's the worst you've ever gotten?
Oh, God, let me think. Worst I've ever gotten. I always like those people that's like big know-it-all kind of people that's like, oh, she only does this, this, and this because of this, this, and this. And I'm like, no, actually, like I'll like message them and like explain to them, not like make a big post about it. Like don't do like in front of everybody, but I'll like message them to like, hey, just letting you know, like, no, this is actually what I do, kind of thing. Just being nice. And if they downright disrespect me back and like kind of just act dumb about it, then normally I'll block them. I don't like a whole lot of hatred on my page. I don't like my followers to read that. I have a lot of like younger girls and stuff that follow me, and I don't want them to see that and to have that view. Or even if I'm arguing back with people online, I don't want them to have that view like, oh, she's doing this, and this. Like, I don't want them to grow up thinking that like that's okay. Like I'd rather just block all the hate.
And sometimes you do have to clap back. It's more of like putting
it's more
somebody
of like
in their
fun, like clap back too.
Yeah, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
Or how you type it or whatever you want to say.
It's got to be hard too, like
How
for
you
you,
comment.
because you've got like a massive Instagram following, and like a lot of people like they see what you put out there and like they make assumptions, and it's like it's got to be hard for you because like I've got to know you on a human level, like away from everything, and like you, like and you're a rad person, but it's like a lot of people like, you know, they come in like just thinking they know who you are and, you know, and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's really like, you know, that's, yeah, part of me, but it's not me, you know?
Yeah, my favorite one's like whenever people comment, like if I'm staying by my truck or like by like my UTV or something, like, oh, you're just like the model. Do you ever get to drive that thing? And I'm like, yeah, like every day. Like this is my, like, I always like those kind of things. Like it always cracks me up because people will be like, they'll straight up think how like if I have a photo shoot, like, oh, that's how she dresses every day. And I'm like, no, it's like that was just a shoot. Like it's not that, like don't take Instagram so serious, guys. I read the saying one time. It's like probably one of my favorite mottos. It's don't get caught up getting caught up on social media. So-
Everybody puts their best version of themselves out. Nobody wants to put it where we got pimples on our face and our hair.
Yeah.
Actually, I do love how yesterday she's like, I think today's a hat day.
Like today is definitely a hat day for me.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. You probably get this because just same thing with me and the Jeep, you know? They're like, oh, look at this like badass truck or badass Jeep come up, and then like you pop out and they're like, oh, we thought a guy was going to pop out. Why does a guy always have to pop out of this thing? Like, girls have good taste.
Yeah, like, we can drive this probably just as well as they can. So, I mean.
Well, like, what are you guys relegated to Priuses or something because you're girls? Like,
Apparently,
seriously?
that's.
Yeah. I'm going to drive like a Bug one day. Like,
Yeah, you're supposed to have, Volkswagen convertible Bug or something.
Yeah, it's like the Barbie thing, like a Barbie Jeep. Like a
I don't know, Barbie, I always wondered, how the hell did Barbie have Ferraris? Like Corvettes? Like, legit, like, you know, my sister
She
growing
did.
up, my sister growing up had, like, you know, Barbies. My daughter, like, she always had Corvette. I'm like, what the hell did Barbie do for a living? Like, she always had the mansions.
She
and
was
I'm
like president at one point.
Yeah, she
like,
was.
astronaut,
rock star.
so.
I'm like, man, like, I need her agent.
Yeah, I do need Barbie's agent.
And I'm just waiting for like an actual Barbie with the monster truck come out. I'm just saying, but.
That's so awesome.
So rad. Always fun catching up, Pleasant, man. Well, good luck to you guys. Hopefully we see you at the finish line.
Thanks. I'll be hanging out. Yep. Thanks.